Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm Doug. This is the Doug Man's Land YouTube channel where we play word games every single Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tiger Woods in the chat. Hello. Distant Sounds. Hello. Hello to both of you. Hope you're having a good week so far. Time to come on in, hang out, and let's have some fun. We are going to do, we have a different lineup tonight. There was a request. I believe Tiger requested Squardle, and that's why you see it on your screen right now. We are going to play Squardle tonight. We'll try some 6, 7, maybe 8-letter words puzzles. We'll do some Quordle. We'll do some Octordle tonight. So kind of mixing up a little bit. Tom Robinson, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're having a good week. So I guess before we jump right in, I'm going to make an attempt at explaining what the heck Squardle is. I played it before we went on the air. I wanted to kind of get a good idea of what was going on with this. This, if it's your first time with Squardle, it takes a little bit to get the hang of and to understand visually how this works, but it's pretty cool. I will do my best to try and explain this game. Squardle is what it has in common with Wordle is you have 5-letter words that you are guessing using letters of the alphabet, and you're trying to figure out what those words are. You have the concept of being given context clues as to whether you have a letter that is somewhere in the word in a different position. Is it in the correct position for the word, or is it not in the word at all? In this case, you are trying to figure out 6 different interconnected words in this layout that you see here. You get a total of 10 guesses to try and determine all 6 words. And you will go through different combinations of words when you guess. So, for example, the first guess that you make, you'll notice there's a little arrow in the top left corner. And what that's indicating is the first 5-letter word you guess will fill out the first row in the first column. So it's a little bit different from what you might be used to. And then after you do that, you're going to get a number of different clues. So the context clues for where position is works a little bit differently here because there's a number of different color-coded responses you'll get. So if you have the right letter in the right position for a given row or column, it's green. That much is pretty straightforward. If you have the correct a letter that's somewhere else in a given row or column, you get in, I believe it is in a red box, which will give you arrows that indicate whether it's meant to be in a, represent a column or a row. If you have a letter that is in both a given column and a row, for tiles that span a column and a row, you get orange. If the letter is not anywhere on the grid, you basically get the dark color context clue. And the light gray context clue means that the letter is somewhere on the grid in a different word, but not in that column or row. Now, I know, I know that sounded incredibly complex. It took me a bit to figure this out. So, we'll go through this and just, I'll do my best to try and explain the mechanics of what's going on. But this is a very interesting game nonetheless. And I think we'll have some fun with it. Hey, Kaleidoscope, how's it going? Hope you're having a good week so far. Yeah, this is interesting. But there's a lot of fun to be had. Oh, a couple other rules. If you complete a row or column, the word in a given row or column, you receive an additional bonus guess in order to solve the puzzle. So, yeah, Tiger's right. My description may be making this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. But you know what? Let's just jump right in and check it out. So, let's start off with, I found that I think the first couple guesses should be as common as possible, I believe. So we'll do something like audio. Like a really, whoops, I gotta actually have the cursor in the right spot here. Okay, I'm terrible at that. So when you make your first guess here, as you can see, you're gonna be filling in letters on the first row and the first column. So hit enter. Okay, so a whole bunch of different colors came in. And so let's just do a quick review what that means. So in the first row across, you and I are actually exactly in the right spot. The A, the D, and the O are giving us clues that with the little up and down arrows in that red box, that they exist somewhere in the first, third, and fifth columns, respectively. So in other words, the first row doesn't have an A and a D and an O in it, but the first column has an A, the third column has a D, the fifth column has an O. And then looking down here, you can see that the first column, we know there's an A somewhere. But that's really the only thing we can take for granted. There's no U, D, I, O because they would have the indicator for somewhere in this column. So we know this is the equivalent here of there's just an A somewhere. And here we know that there's a U and I, and that's kind of all we have for this. Now, so that's that. And somewhere on the grid, in one or more locations is a U, which is correct because it's up here. There could be another one somewhere else as well. Okay. Tigers, I still think the best strategy is to get 15, 20 unique letters out. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. This is just going to say sitar and sit back and watch. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yes, Tiger just made an interesting point. What I was going to say. So you are forced to go in a certain sequence of where you're going to put letters. You don't get to choose which row or column you're going to work on. So you always start with the first row and column on the first guess. The second guess, you have to do this second column and this third row. Okay? So what I know is that there's a D somewhere in this column, and there's also a D somewhere in this row, so it's probably likely that that D is in the middle. However, I agree with Tiger's assessment that we want to use for the first three guesses distinct letters, regardless of the context clues, to try and get us some intel. You'll see on the keyboard, the light gray represents letters that we've used. The dark gray represents letters we have not yet used. So we can go and, for example, say, let's say, let's go with like, let me see. Let's see. What do I want to do here that would probably be about as strategic as I can? We could do crest. Crest would get us a decent amount of stuff. So, oops, wait a minute, why is it in a circle? Okay, I'm a little confused here. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Cancel. I don't know why that was... Okay, I don't know why there's a blue circle. Now I'm a little confused. Not sure why I've got a blue circle here. This didn't happen last time I played. Huh. Okay, I don't know why it's letting me do one and not the other. Now I'm a little confused. This is the first time I've seen this happen. I don't know what that means. I'm used to this just doing, what happens if I hit enter? Nope. Try clicking on the square and hitting backspace. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what was going on with that. That's interesting to me. Okay, well, I don't know what just happened there, but I'm going to play it the way I've seen it played. All right, so we're going to do these this row and this column. And we're going to get a little more information here. So what's interesting here, and I'm actually kind of surprised at this, the E, the S, and the T are nowhere to be found on the grid at all, which is quite surprising. Very common letters, completely missing from the grid here. So, okay. Now we are going to have to do the bottom row in the 5th column next. So I will strategically look for something that I can do to get as many good letters as I can. How about phony? Maybe we'll do phony. We've done all the vowels and Y so far. This, okay. So that's going to get me... Yeah, Squardle uses unique letters a lot. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we now are going to go back to the 1st column, 1st row. So there's these 3 sequences that these 3 combinations of a row and a column that you must do. You don't really have an option. So we go back. Now, going back to that first one, we have the clue that we have a U and an I in the 2nd and 4th respectively. We have a C somewhere, but not in the 3rd spot here. So something like music wouldn't apply because there's no S anywhere. You could have perhaps, and tunic, for example, couldn't be it because there's no T anywhere. So you could potentially have, and it couldn't be Cupid because there's no P anywhere. So you have some interesting possibilities. So I do agree with Tiger that it could start with a C, but then I have to wonder to myself what would make sense for the 3rd letter. So that becomes a little bit interesting to me. Runic is an interesting choice. Although, no, here's the problem with runic distant. The N is in a black square, which means there are no N's anywhere on the grid. So unfortunately, that will mean that we can't have that. Now, charm Raymond for the 1st column is compelling to me because we know there's a C and we know there's an A. And we know that we haven't ruled out the R and the M. So that's actually quite interesting. And charm would also test whether or not the C is in the 1st position. So I actually like that recommendation quite a bit. So I think we're going to go with Raymond's suggestion and try charm. Again, this is for primarily for the 1st column, not the 1st row. And look at that. Raymond, on point. Definitely has this down. And again, forgetting one of the words, we get a bonus guess. So now we're back from 6 guesses left to 7. And again, we have to start thinking in the back of our minds, what is the, what could be in that 3rd spot? Again, it's not P because there is no P in the puzzle. It's not T. There's no T in the puzzle. So like something like cutie is out of the question, so we'll have to think about that. What could be interesting for this is cubic. Cubic. Now, we can't just immediately type in cubic here. We're going to have to wait 2 more guesses to come back to it, but we can keep that in the back of our minds. So now we have to work on the 2nd row in the 2nd column. So we know that the 2nd row starts with an A, ends with an O, and we know that the 2nd column has an A and a D in it. That's what we have so far. Badly is interesting because that does fit the A and the D. It does make sense for the possibility for cubic up here. We have not ruled out the L and the Y for this column. And in fact, we like Y here. Y is not in the fifth, but it means it could be here. So badly makes a lot of sense here. I think we're going to go with Tiger's suggestion. And there you go. Tiger is absolutely correct. Badly is the second column. And now, again, because we go through these in order, we now do the third column and the third row. So with here in this column, we have a funny feeling this is going to be C here. So CHO. It's not chomp, obviously, because the M is not in this column and the P is nowhere on the puzzle. Going over here, we have M something, Y something something. And as long as it's not an E in the puzzle, could be an A, I, O, U is conceivable here. Choir. Yeah, choir would fit. Choir would absolutely fit. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think we've got consensus here with choir. There it is. And we get 2 bonus guesses because we solved cubic and choir. So now we have a 8 guesses total. And so now, as you can see here, when we get to the point where we have the first row and column solved, you no longer keep rotating back to it. You go to the next set where there's something to be done. So in this case, we're strictly looking to figure out the this word, which I would have to think is audio here. And I do like distance suggestion about mayor at the bottom. These all make perfect sense. So let's try audio and then mayor. So there's audio. And as you can see there, with the O hanging out here, that almost kind of gives it away that mayor is going to be on the bottom. And there it is. So we've done it. We did it. We have solved the Quordle. The Squardle. I've got to get my names correctly. The Squardle, Squardle. It takes, like I said, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's kind of fun once you get into it, and you kind of get a feel for all these different icons and representations and things like that. So hope you guys find this entertaining. I think this is kind of fun. I'd like to do another one if you guys are okay with that. We'll do at least one more of these. And now being a little bit more informed on this, I've never solved one with 7 guesses to spare. This was a team effort. I think we did pretty good with it. And by the way, for anyone who's new, who might be lurking and is thinking about jumping in the chat, so a couple ground rules. This is absolutely audience participation. Everyone is welcome and encouraged to shout out guesses and thoughts on puzzles. It's a team exercise. It's a social, fun exercise. So that's all kind of good stuff here. So feel free, if you'd like, to jump in and participate. Kaleidoscope, my eyes aren't good enough for this. So I'll tell you what, we'll do 1 or 2 more of these before we move on to our next puzzles. So it'll be nice and a balance of this. Best thing about Squardle is you can do unlimited free puzzles. Yes, that is kind of cool that this has the practice mode or the unlimited mode. Okay, so let's do another one here. Free play. All right, we'll create the board. Okay, it wouldn't be me if I didn't suggest sitar. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with sitar. All right, we've got that. And let's see, what would be next? We could do BEN. We could do bench. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably. Oh, now why do we keep doing that? Stop. I don't know what that was all about. Bench. Okay. So that got us a little bit. And we still have O and U we can work with for the next one. So we could do what would make sense for the next one. I mean, we'd be reusing one letter, but we could do pound, which could be useful. Or we could do, what would make sense? Do I have another, how about we do something like mousy, and then we maybe get a little bit more intel on that S. Pound, yep. I'm seeing pound. You know what? I'll go with pound. Pound, paint, year. No, that's a good starting combo. Okay, so we did the first three guesses. So we did the first, second, and third rows and columns. So now we're back to the first row and column. So in the first row, what we do know is the second and third letters are I and B, respectively. In the first column, we know that there is a B, I, and a T somewhere in there. So you could have something like the first... What would make sense here? What would make sense? B, I, and T, but that's all we have for that first column. Let me think here. Wondering if it's what would make sense? I mean, bites, maybe. B-I-T-E-S. Bible. I like Bible for the first row, and maybe bites for the first column. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. I'm thinking bites. Okay, so that well, it got us to figure out the B mystery. So we know that there's that. We know that there is an E in the end. So Bible is almost certainly going to be the first row. But now we have to look at the second column where we have the B and the N in position. We know there's a U that is going to be either in the second or fourth position. So you have potential for something like bonus. Bonus makes a lot of sense because there's a clue on the last row that there's an S in there. So I like bonus a lot, actually. In the second row, we know there's a U hanging out there somewhere with the N. So there's not a whole lot there. Bones. Oh, bones. So bones. But the thing there, Tiger, is that there's a U in that second column on right here next to the H. We have the U. So that's where I'm kind of going on bonus for this. So I think that's what we're going to do here is try bonus. Okay, we got bonus. That got us a bonus guess. So that's good. And now we move on to the third row and column, respectively. So the third column, we don't have a whole heck of a lot to go with on the column. On the row, we know we also don't have a whole heck of a lot on the column or the row. Really not much. So that's kind of like almost like freestyling it here. We know that there's I think that it's interesting because just for a second, I'm looking at the first column. We know there's an I, a T, and an E, but they're not in that position, right? Which is kind of interesting to me. So I'm a little confused on that one. Eagle, presumably for the third column. Could be eagle, because I like the idea of it starting with an E. That's to be sure. Eagle. It's not going to be eaten, because the N, if it was eaten, the N would have had the indicator that it was in the column. But eagle fits. And I do agree that it starts with an E. I do like that, and I do like the idea of eagle also lets us evaluate G and L for the very first time. So I think I like the idea of eagle here quite a bit. All right, so eagle did get us 2 E's, and it gave us 3 of the letters here. So that's actually super good. Okay. All right. So now we're back here. Now we can take the layup and just fill in Bible and get an extra guess and kind of like see if additional information develops over the next few guesses that'll help us here. So I feel like that's actually strategically what we want to do, is to just take the easy one and see if maybe that we'll get some more information by the time we circle back here. I feel like that's the correct thing to do here. So there we go. We got the easy thing there. We didn't get a whole heck of a lot of information here. Now circling over to the second column we've done, so we're looking to figure out the second row. We know that there's a G, a U in here. There's a G and a U in here. I don't believe that the G and the U are going to be in the first spot. I'm pretty confident in that. So it could be something something UNG. Always take the extra guess when you can, because you otherwise have to wait 2 more tries to get back to it. That's a good point. We're not gonna be playing this the whole episode. We'll move along after this. I know this is a little bit much for some folks. We'll move along after this one. So we're gonna do this all night. I really like the idea of by the way, that third column being eagle, except for the fact that the A is not in that column. So there's that whole piece of it. Can't see what's going on. Yeah, I understand. All right, let's see if we can figure out the what's going on here with this one, and I'm not really sure. Agnes. I do like the idea of Agnes. Let's give that a go. Nope, that got us nothing, unfortunately. And that will move us over to the third. Did we not register the guess? What happened here? Hello. Why are these in red? What happened here? Oh, it's saying that that's not a valid word. I'm sorry. It's saying that that's not a valid word. Fungi. Yeah, that could be another possibility. There it is. It's fungi. Okay. Okay, so third column, we know that there is going to be an L in here. It's obviously going to be here, E-L-I something. E-L-I something E. Exile. Oh, exile. Well, the problem with that is that the L would have shown up here. Why does it keep doing that? It's so strange. Elite. Oh, elite makes a lot of sense. Okay, elite. Got that. So there we go. And we are back to the first column. We know that there's a B and an F. There's an I probably somewhere. I'm almost certain the I is going to be in the fourth spot. Be fit, and taste. There it is. Okay. So there we go. There's our other Squardle. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was Squardle, a taste of Squardle. I think what I would like to do, if we choose to play this again in the future, I've got to figure out a way to make the screen a little bit more easy to read and interpret. So I will make that a homework assignment. We can maybe circle back to this on a future episode. But wanted to bring it up because it was recommended. It looked like it was going to be fun, so we gave it a go. So it's a fun game, Squardle. What I am going to do, however, is we're going to move on to our next game tonight. Let's pump in our good friend Hello Wordle. So we have some traditional puzzles. We have Quordle and Octordle still to come tonight. So let's get ourselves shake it off here. Oh, hold on, wait. There we go. I've got to make sure we get the right puzzle board up. There we go. So, how about we do some nice 6-letter puzzles, shall we? That's what I'm kind of feeling right now, and I wouldn't mind getting a few suggestions from the audience on some starting openers for some 6 letters. Chosen. I've already seen Tiger with Chosen. I like that. So let's go ahead and pivot to a little 6-letter puzzle action here with Chosen. Chosen giving us the S in the 4th spot, the N in the 6th spot with an O hanging out somewhere in there. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? No, that's not going to be it. Of course, my instinct wants me to try and satire column. Okay. I'll tell you what, next puzzle we'll try satire column as an opening sequence, definitely. See, my brain wants me to put the O in the 5th spot, but I'm not feeling that that's going to be likely the right thing to do here. Oh, you know what's interesting? What about maybe it's poison? Ooh, very close. Very close. Okay, so if it's not poison, what is it? I know. Okay, I'm staring at it. Well, obviously it's prison. So there we go. Poison to prison. There we go. Let's try distance suggestion. Satire column. I kind of like that. Satire. Ooh, look at that. We got satire column with nothing, but we did get the R and the E in position with an A hanging out there somewhere as well. Let's see. Well, it's not. Okay. It could be. There could be an A on the 4th spot. There could be an A in the 1st spot. We could have. Let's see. We could have. What would make sense here? Satire column starring Ben Affleck and Mark. Oh, is that an actual movie? Satire column. That sounds absolutely plausible. That could be an actual movie. I'm going to assume that is in fact correct. Okay. What would make sense here? We could do. Let me do a little more evaluation, I suppose. Because nothing's really jumping out at me. I'd kind of like to maybe get just busting it. I would kind of like to get a few more consonants looked at here. We could do, what could we do? D, H, G, K. What do I want to try out here? No, I keep thinking of 7-letter words. This is tricky. Like, my brain doesn't go well with coming up with like 6-letter words right on the fly for evaluation. I get a little stuck here. Of course, we've looked at the I, so will it let me do Friday? Just out of curiosity. Does it let me do that? Not a valid word. Okay. Never mind. We could try hungry and then get H, G, and Y looked at. Okay, so we figured out an H is hanging out here somewhere as well. Whales. Well, we'd only get the W looked at for that. Let's see. I have a feeling that the A is going to be in the 4th spot. Adhere is absolutely an option here. No pun intended. There it is. Distant sounds with the coming in clutch on the adhere. Very good choice. Very good choice. I'm not sure. I think when Tiger was saying prison, that could have been an opening suggestion. I will choose to interpret that as such. Prison gets me an I out of position. So maybe we'll just pretend that wasn't meant to be a starting word suggestion. How about that? We could do cheats. Okay, so now we got C, E, and I to work with. Okay. C, E, and I. Lock up. I feel like if I'm going to do another evaluation word, I'd want to get a few more things out of it. Here's one possibility. Fueled. Okay, so we figured out the E is in the 5th spot. I'm sitting here burning up guesses. So maybe something with ICE in the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. It's not pricey. It could be, buckle for evaluation. It'll get me the B and the K, but we know the E is in the 5th spot. I don't know if I'm going to get a heck of a lot of. Am I going to get a heck of a lot out of that? We'd be down to 2 guesses if we go with buckle. I'm not saying no. I'm just trying to think if we've got anything else there. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Icing. We're doing a 6-letter word right now. We're doing 6-letter words at the moment. I mean, maybe buckle. Maybe buckle. We're getting the C. It's okay. No worries, Alex. No worries. We would get some intel on the C if we try buckle. So I guess there's, we could give this a go. We're going to need to get this going. Oh, well, all right, buckle. I stand corrected. That was actually a very good idea. That was a very good idea. So we have C, K, and E in position now. We know that there is an I hanging out there. I would strongly suspect that it would be the I in the 2nd position and the Y in the end. Is Mickey a valid word? It is. There it is. So buckle, I owe Tiger an apology for even doubting for a moment buckle for evaluation, because that was what broke this thing wide open. So Tiger, my friend, I will not doubt you going forward. Very good job. Can someone give me a 6-letter opener? Let's do a 6-letter. I would like a 6-letter opener from the audience, if I may. Would like to have one. Never would have thought of Mickey. Yeah, I'll tell you what. So I'll give you, I'll give you a little something. We are going on vacation next week. We will continue. The daily Wordles and daily Quordles will be going on as normal. We have the ability to bring our equipment with us on vacation, so we'll be producing these. There will be no disruption to that. But we're going to Disney World next week, so that's why Mickey was in my mind, as it were. Stuck on 5 letters. I totally get it. I am too. Puzzle would make a semi-hard starting word challenge. You know what? Okay, Tiger. I'm good with that. So let's do a challenging one. And then Distant is right. We'll move on to 7 letters. We'll do a 7-letter or 2 after this. So puzzle. Surprise, surprise. No Z's. But we do have the E at the end in position, and there's a U hanging out there somewhere else as well. You know what else? Since I'm thinking of vacation and like treats. Oh no, I was gonna say Sunday, but we've looked at the U in the second spot. Never mind. I'm gonna pull back on that. The plan is to go forward with a live stream next Wednesday remotely. Again, have like kind of a little mini studio set up, taking with me. So I am pretty confident that we will actually be able to do our show next Wednesday as well. I will probably be tanner than you usually see, and I might be wearing mouse ears. Frosty, for evaluating purposes. Okay, that makes sense. Frosty makes sense. And of course, there's also fondue. You know what? Okay, let's try fondue. Oh, look at the fondue. Fondue got us 3 of the letters in position. Nicely. Good call, Raymond. So, okay. What do we have here? We could do, Oh, no worries, Tiger. No worries, Tiger. We'll be here. One way or the other. My goodness. Okay, so now we got to think torque. Oh, torque. Kaleidoscope. I love that idea. Boy, wouldn't that be something if it was torque? Wow. Oh, Kaleidoscope gets the gold star here with torque. I love it. Love to see it. You could have given me the rest of this episode and I probably wouldn't have come up with torque. Very good call. Very, very good call. There you go. Let's do this. Let's try a 7-letter. I remember Distant saying that there was a 7-letter word waiting. So what do you have? What do you have for that 7-letter opener for me? Yeah, that was an excellent call. Trained and slouchy. Okay, I like it. Let's see what we can do here. Trained and slouchy. Okay, well, we got a lot to process here. A lot. We have 6 of the 7 letters, the E in position in the 6th spot. We have ROUNC to also look at. I feel like, I wanted to say counter, but we looked at the T. I was about to just type in counter. But no, there is no T. There's no T, so that is not the word. Interesting. There's no other 5th letter that would make sense in there. Would COUN blank ER. No. That is not the case. It ends with an EN or ER. I agree. I agree with that. Yep. Court E. That won't have an N in it. Trying to figure out where we're going to put that N. Interesting spot. What do we do here? Do we want to just try and evaluate some more stuff? Although we have like 6 of the 7 letters, I almost feel like that won't really necessarily be a thing we've got to do. Now, to Tiger's point, if we do QWERTY, we'll at least get some intel on a bunch of these letters. So actually, you know what? Why did I say it before? Counter for the evaluation. You're right. Let's get the evaluation. I just said I was not going to question Tiger. Counter gets us the R position, so that's good to know. I have a feeling that the O is going to be I feel like the O ends up in the. Is it possible? No, OCER doesn't really fit well. Bouncer. Bouncer won't work because we've already looked at OUNC in the 2nd through 5th. So that won't give us much to work with. I kind of want to know. Well, I really want to figure out that first letter. I gotta tell you, that's what's really compelling to me. XXXNER. Yeah. No, but the N can't be. No, actually, here's the problem. The N can't be the 5th because we tried the N in the 5th spot. I want that to be the case too. Now, what I'm wondering, could there be a double letter somewhere? Could there be an EER? Could there be an RER? An OER? All things I'd be kind of like interested in checking out here. We looked at the H, so I keep wanting to try and put that along with this, but that's not going to make any sense. I wonder if we're getting confused visually by the COUN in that order, and maybe that might be a distraction. Is it possible that the O is in the front? No, that doesn't. I guess I can't imagine that to be the case either. Uncover. Oh wow, uncover. That's fantastic. Yes. Oh, uncover all the way. There you go, Alex. You got it, my friend. Alex, big time. That was a great one. We were all staring a hole through this one. Good job, my friend. Good job. That was that was it. Uncover for the win. Very nice job. Very nice job. Who's got another 7-letter opener for us? Let me get another 7-letter opener. Well, I probably could. I think what was getting me, anagram specialist. Yeah, exactly. Curious. Curious is good. Try curious. Ooh, Tiger. Hit that one. Hit that one into the drink. I'm afraid, my friend. Swing and a miss on curious. You know what? Let's try Alex's playful. Okay, that got us an A and a Y. Somewhere in the 3rd and the 4th position, respectively. All right, let's see here. How about what can I do to try and get some more things looked at here? How about all right, I'm going to jump in here. Oh, wait, these are 7-letter. Sorry. These are 7-letter words. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay. How about deathly? All right, well, that got us a Y in the position, and there's an E and a T hanging out here, too. The E, A, and T, not in those positions. Okay. Yeah, it definitely ends in Y. It definitely ends in Y. I feel like there's an M hanging out in here as well. I definitely feel like there's an N. And letter M, I should say, M, hanging out. I suspect the A and the E are not next to each other. I suspect that the A is probably in the second spot. Safety, no, we need a 7 letter. Yeah, AMY is interesting. AMY at the end is interesting. Good call, good call. I think, do we try and figure out, I could see myself trying one more evaluation word to get the G and the M and the B looked at. How about grumble for evaluation? Okay, that gets us the G. So we know we're at G and a Y. We know the R is not in, so it's not something like greatly. We know R and L aren't in, so that's not going to be it. We haven't looked at the N. Again, I feel like it's GA something. Gateway. Yes, gateway makes a lot of sense. Alex, I think you've got another one here. There it is. Look at that. Alex is on fire tonight. Wow. Alex, you're just killing it tonight. Gateway, it is. I think Grumble got us that little extra clue we needed. And then from there, Alex took it home with the gateway. Nice. Let's see, looking down at the clock. I'll tell you what, why don't we try, I'm going to make a suggestion. How about one 8-letter word, and then we'll move along to Quordle and Octordle. How about that? And in that regard, can I get someone to give me an 8-letter starting word? An 8-letter starting word. And then we'll have our go at the Quordle and the Octordle. As I take a drink of my beverage. Who's got an 8-letter starting word for me? Heavenly. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's try heavenly. That's a good starting word. We got the E and the A in position with an L hanging out there. I almost feel like the L might just be in the beginning. It might be LEA something. Can we play just one Wordle? You know what? Yes, we will play a 5-letter straight Wordle before we move on to Quordle and Octordle. Absolutely, Kaleidoscope. Absolutely. A palate cleanser. You got it. We will do one as soon as we're done with this. Okay, suggestions all over the place. Sporting could be a good evaluation word. So there's also leathers. Actually, tell you what, let me just evaluate leathers. Okay. And now I'm kind of like, now the fun is a little bit coming out of sporting because I'm not going to get a whole heck of a lot out of sporting. Let's see. C-U-R. As far as, hey, Nuker, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're having a good week. Yeah, I am Doug Erdle. I don't know if MOUTI is valid. Not a valid word, unfortunately. Gilding. Oh, I see what you're looking for. No, actually I don't know about that. How about well, I do like the idea of getting a bunch of evals. How about Morning. Well, all right. I tried it. We got an O. We got an O out of it, but we knocked a bunch of things off the board, meeting the M and the G and the other vowels. So, okay. Has anyone told me I look like a young Penn Jillette? That is the first time I've gotten that one, but I'll take it because I consider him a pretty brilliant dude. So thank you. Appreciate that. So what do we think the first letter here is? We know that there's going to be at least one E, at least one A, at least one O. Maybe I should take up magic now that they got me thinking about Penn Jillette. Interesting. He is awesome, yes. I know a number of years back I was out in Las Vegas to play a poker tournament, and Penn and Teller were at the Rio. They have I believe they still have a residency there at the Rio in Las Vegas. I went to go see the show. It was really, really good. Good stuff. Goodness gracious. Okay, so F could be maybe a starting letter here. Maybe W. Although, like, when you think of WA, you think like weather, and we know that's not it. So maybe that's not necessarily where we want to go with this. Deadlock. Deadlock is interesting here. Yeah, deadlock actually sounds really good. I want to try deadlock. Wow, look at that. Tiger coming in strong with the deadlock. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. I do agree with Kaleidoscope on a little palate cleanser before we jump into the second half of our show with Quordles and Octordles. I am all for that. So maybe just a couple traditional 5-letter puzzles. I'll tell you what, Kaleidoscope, if you would like to give us a starting word, we could do that. We'll do a couple of these just to cleanse the palate, because I do like your idea. That is an eagle. That is an eagle. We've got a do queued up. I want to give Kaleidoscope a chance to shout out a starting word if Kaleidoscope would like to. 5-letter, yeah, we'll play it. We do play it kind of easy mode. But I do like to do sport. All right, sport. Sport gets us S in the opening spot, a T hanging out somewhere else. Let's see. We could try, I'm gonna kind of just jump in here. How about salty? Nope. Okay, so the T is in the first or the third spot. I feel like it's probably going to be in the second spot here. What would make sense here? Staff, no, we evaluated the A. Stink, we know there's we know that there is an L in here somewhere. Still makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we have S, T, and L. The only vowels we haven't looked at are E and U so far. So what would make sense with S, T, blank, blank, L with an E or a U? Steel. Oh, okay. Yeah, steel makes all the sense in the world. There it is. It's steel. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. Alex has been on fire and called out a do, and I feel like that would be cool to open a puzzle with a do. That gets us an E out of position, so not in the fourth. I'm going to go and jump in here and put, let's see. Let's put crest up. Well, that gets us the S in position and the R and the E somewhere else. I feel like maybe the second spot for the E, maybe E something ERS. We're Nuker, we're about I think 10 or 15 seconds. There's a 10 or 15 second lag between me and the audience, and I do apologize for that. And it is possible individual network connections might be lagged a little bit. I do apologize for that. Fresh, unfortunately, we looked at R and E in the second and the third spot. You need to play my famous sitar clone pair. Yep. Okay, we'll do that next, actually. Worse. Worse is interesting. Oh, there it is. ORSE. Okay. So maybe Norse. Not a valid word. Okay. What am I missing here? Morse is in Morse code. Yes. Okay, let's do sitar and clone. And then maybe after that, we'll move along to Quordle. Sitar and clone gets us RAON for the 5 letters, all in different positions. Upset it wasn't horse. Let's see. Snora. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be Morse either, but we got to a point where it was like really the only possibility. Goodness gracious, what am I missing here? I'm staring a hole through this one. Oh my God, if it's row it. No, it's not. It's not row 8, but I do like the idea of getting the intel. Now look at that. Okay, so we've got more intel on the letters. It's not Aaron, because that's a name. Roman. No, not Roman. It's not Roman. We have 4 of the 5 letters. Rhodey. No, we ROA we've evaluated in the first through third. No, I was about to say adorn, but we looked at O in the middle spot. So it's not that. So I will disqualify my guess. But you know what's interesting about adorn is it's like argon. Ooh. Argon Raymond, I like your idea here. There it is. Raymond, you got it. Argon. Yes, that is it. It was argon. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I'll tell you what. I feel like it's that time. I feel like it is Quordle time, if you ask me. So let's move over to the Quordle board. Everyone has been doing really good today. I think everyone has gotten at least one in here at some point here. So very good stuff. Very good stuff. All right. Our good old friend, our nemesis, sometimes Quordle. Who has a 1 or 2 word opener for me for the Quordle? Who has an opener for me that they would like for me? Shown Flash. Tiger first with an opener. So the first one will be Tiger's opener. Shown Flash. Okay. All right. Let's try that. Oh, bored farts. Nuker, we will do bored farts next. Sure. Why not? Shown Flash. Okay. Shown in Flash. The second puzzle is interesting. It's got the L and an A in position. So we have that. We could do, let's see. How about, let's see, what do I want to do? I think we're going to have to do at least one more evaluation word here. Board farts, crane moldy. Okay, I will see if I can remember those. I'm going to attempt to remember board farts and crane moldy for next. Let's see. Okay, let me see. How about just trying to find 5 unique letters I can do here. we could do. No. We could do prude. How about prude? Okay, so prude gets us to where we now have PLA in position on the upper right. We have, actually here we have all the letters with an L in position in the upper left. So older on the older on the top left is almost 100% sure. Yep, there we go. Plate. So the problem with plate is the E is not in this puzzle in the upper right. We've evaluated the E, and it is not there. I would love for it to be plate, but yeah, there's no E. While we contemplate that, let's look over in the lower right. So we have O, R, U, and E to work with. We know the E is at the end. And I feel pretty confidently this is rogue. Rogue on the lower right. So we're going to go with rogue. There it is. We got rogue. We don't have much more new information. Plaza is very interesting. Plaza is interesting. Plate is interesting. P-L-A-I-T. I like plate because it gets us an I and a T evaluated. So, yeah. And if it's not that, it's most likely going to be plaza. And, actually, hold on. Let me indulge me for a moment. I promise we'll come back to the upper right. Lower left, party. Nuker came in with party, and I was just about to say that myself, actually. Party is really, really good. No, but we did get PAR. We did get PAR. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. What if it wasn't party and it starts with PAR? Okay. Well, we'll come back to that. Over here, we know that it is not P-L-A-I-T in the upper right because we looked at the T. So that leaves plaza. Parka. Yes. I think it's Plaza Parka. I feel very good about that. How about plaza here? There's plaza, and there's parka. It's got to be parka. Very nice. Distant had it pretty much took this home for the two P words. Very good. Very good. Apparently I got some sort of achievement there. It went by before I could read it. But as you guys know, I've been playing a lot of Quordle. So there we go. Let's do another one. And, okay, so you, I believe, Nuker had bored farts. Farts. So bored farts actually got me quite a lot here. So bored farts in the upper right gets us sober. I mean, bored farts and then you get sober. I mean, it's almost like we're writing poetry. We're not just solving puzzles here. We're definitely making poetry. BA in the beginning. D. This is almost certainly going to be badge. There we go. There's badge. Wow, this one's just solving itself here for us. We have A blank AD blank E. We don't really have any intel on that one. There's probably a few different things that we could do here. Although it's interesting, without the G in the fourth spot, what would make sense in that fourth position? Ladle could be interesting, right? Gassy brilliance. It's absolutely right. Word farts got me quite a lot here. Someone should probably clip that. Hunky for evaluation, perhaps. I have a feeling I really want to try ladle here. This is gonna be. I'm gonna take spider senses privilege on that. Okay, so that got us the third puzzle, and now we're left with B blank blank G blank. I and or you can be in here. But what about Buggy? How about Buggy in that lower right? I mean, that just, I got to tell you, Buggy's really jumping out at me here big time. I think I'm going with Buggy. There it is. Eagle, win a game in 6 turns. We got an eagle. I've always, I always wanted to get an eagle in front of the real Tiger Woods. I'm so proud. That was a good one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Who would have thought that bored farts would have gotten us an eagle? That doesn't happen every day. That does not happen every day at all. Let me scroll up through the chat. I know there was another one after bored farts. Let me just hang on. I'm going through here. Hold on here. I'll find it. What did we have? We had bored fart. Crane Moldy. Alex had Crane Moldy. Yes, Crane Moldy. We could do Crane Moldy. Okay. Crane Moldy. Crane Moldy gets us a C and a Y in first and fifth position, respectively, in the upper right with his A hanging out. I almost feel pretty confident that A is going to end up being in the second spot. But it's not Candy, because we looked at the N and the D. It's not Candy. So I feel like this is probably going to be a case where we probably want to do a little bit of eval here. We have the I and the U to look at. We could do sight. You know what I love? I love sight here. Sight does get me. This does get me the T in the upper right. And so I feel like Casty, Cashy, Caddy. It's not, no, so it's not Casty or Cashy because we've done the S and the H. So I feel like it almost has to be Caddy. I love how we're just doing improv writing. I love it. It's great. My farts are so bored. They went to my moldy crane. There you go. It's got to have a T in it. Hey, Pete. How you doing, Pete? I hope you're having a good week. I really think it's got to be, it has to, I can't imagine it not being Caddy. There it is. It's Caddy. I couldn't rationalize any other possibility there, given the information. Over here in the upper left, it's one of those things where these are all common letters. We know there's a T at the end. There's an L, E, and A hanging out. We've looked at the R, so it's not alert, right? I feel like that's going to be one maybe we come back to. Rider on the lower right is interesting. I like that. Rider, Ridge is not going to be Ridge because we looked at the G when we did sight. But Rider actually makes a lot of sense. I'm seeing consensus form. No, not Rider, but we do get the, okay, but we got the IDER, and that would mean probably wider. Yeah, there's nothing else it can be if it's not that. It's got to be wider. There we go. All right, we have 3 guesses left. We didn't get really any super good information on the upper left. Down here, we have a W, a T, and a D to go along with the E in the 4th spot. And that makes me wonder. What would make sense in that lower left? I feel like that's our next target. Tweed? Would tweed make sense? That would make sense, wouldn't it? I feel like it's tweed. I'm feeling super confident that it's tweed to the point where I'm actually willing to go for this. There it is. It's tweed. And that gets us, with 2 guesses left, the E in the 3rd spot to go along with the T in the 5th. But again, I have an L and an A to put through. And once again, it's not alert because we've evaluated the R. Oh, you know what this could be? Sleet. Close. We did sight, but Alex, you were right there. I think it's actually pleat because we haven't looked at the P yet. Oh, no. All right, we have 1 guess left. So bleat is going to be it, right? We're not in a 50-50. We had a 50-50 with pleat and bleat. We had a 50-50 with pleat and bleat. There's no other possibility. It's got to be bleat. There it is. All right. That took us right to the end. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it was definitely that one. Okay, cool. How about this? Do 1 or 2 more Quordles, and then we'll move on to Octordle. How about that? To that end, who's got an opener for me? Who's got a Quordle opener? Like a tricky one, maybe? See if you can get me a tricky one that I can try to escape out of. Boast Heavy. Tiger Woods with Boast Heavy. Hold on 1 second. Thank you. I'll be moving on the Jersey mics. Boast Heavy. Nuker, go have some Jersey mics, my friend. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Boast Heavy. Okay, so Boast Heavy gets us a B and a Y in the first and last position. Pizza Mama for a tough opener. Okay, so after Boast Heavy, we'll do our finale for Quordle tonight with Pizza Mama before we move on to Quordle. I like that. Oh, and there's Outer Inner. Kaleidoscope, we might, Outer Inner might be the first one next week because we do want to get to Quordle. But we'll definitely do Boast Heavy and Pizza Mama. And we might bump Outer Inner. We'll see how long it takes us to do these. B and the Y. Okay, so what do we do here with B and the Y? We know that it's probably an I and a U hanging out in here. We don't have a heck of a lot to work with on the other puzzles right now. So I figure like maybe the correct thing to do is to do an evaluation. Guild is compelling to me because it'll get the other vowels worked out. Okay, so there we go. So BU something something Y. Oh, there's a D. So Buddy. I'm almost 100% sure Buddy is the way to go. Outer Inner can be the Octordle opener. Thank you. You're right. You know what, Kaleidoscope? You are not getting pushed off. We would never do that. You will be our first Octordle opener. Absolutely. That's a good call. Okay, so we got 1 down. Trying to figure out what makes sense to look at next. We have 4 letters in the upper left, but again, like the last puzzle, they're all common letters. A-E-I-L. We know I is in the middle. It's not alive because we looked at the V already. Possess if you want hardcore. I mean, we could figure out a way. Maybe we'll work that into an Octordle. That is hardcore. And I'll tell you, Alex, if we don't, here's the thing, if we don't get to pizzazz, XYLYL, I am also gathering words and combos for our hard starting word challenge videos that we do on the channel. And I really love that. I almost feel like if you don't mind, Can I save that for one of my standalone videos? Because that's actually that could be super fun to do, like to work with. What we've started, just a quick aside, apologies, indulge me please, with the hard word starting challenge videos on the channel, to kind of make them more fun. Instead of just doing one puzzle, we're doing sets of 3 rounds with each of the challenges. So that's why I kind of like the Pizzazz XYL. Like, well, it would be fun to try to see like best out of 3. So yeah, I would love to do that for one of our future episodes. We've got a number of these in the queue lined up to do, but I will absolutely put that on the list. So thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's what we've started to do in the last couple of episodes. We're going to continue in the future when we're taping these to do 3 of them. Okay, so let's get back to the puzzle. A-L-I-E, I in the middle. Again, it's not alive. Not 100% sure on that one. We got T-O-E-U with a U in the second spot. I feel like there's going to be another consonant. We really need to blow that one open. The 4th puzzle, we don't have very much at all to work with. We have a bunch of unevaluated consonants that I think maybe would really break this thing open. So I'm kind of almost feeling like what I would like to do is Alice, Spark. These are good evaluation words. All very good choices. Alice in terms of the, I don't know if it will let me use, Alice? No, it won't be considered, it'll be considered a name. Spark, outer. Outer is very good here, right? We haven't looked at the R. Outer's amazing because we can get the R looked at. Yeah, I'm going with Kaleidoscope's outer. There it is. Outstanding. We didn't have the R on the other puzzles, but at least it's evaluated now. All right. So now let's see. I do feel like I do want to do one evaluation. I want to get F, N, and C if at all possible. Fancy is compelling to me because we can get the A evaluated in the second spot here. Alive. No, it can't be alive because we looked at the V when we did heavy. Alina? No, because we need an E in it. All right, I'm going to do fancy just to get some intel. Well, it only gave me that the A is in the second spot. So, okay. Could there be something else other than V in the 4th spot? Alike. Alike. Pete. You're jumping in there with the clutch answers. Alike it is. Pete, thank you. Nailing it. And here's the thing. You also helped break this open because we have, on the final puzzle, A and C in the 3rd and 4th position with the K hanging out there too. I feel like it's got to be, does it, S something A-C-K, but it's not snack, it's not shack. It could be smack. Smack, because we haven't looked at the M. Smack. There it is. Nice. Good stuff. Okay, so here's what we got. We have a tricky challenge for one more Quordle, Pizza Mama, and then we'll open an Octordle with outer inner. So let's try the Pizza Mama challenge next here. Let's see how that goes for us. Pizza, no Z's, no M's. No, ooh boy. So now we've got very little. We really only managed to look at the I and the A. So let's just go right into, I'm going to go right into snort. I want to get as many common letters as I can snort, and we may need to go with a 4 opener. Like, how about, well, fudgy. I mean, fudgy, right? Ooh, okay. All right, so we got ourselves a challenge here. I think the most information we have is in the upper left. A is in the second spot. We have GRY hanging out there as well. So let's see if we could figure out what's going on with that upper left. We haven't even looked at the E. So the E is hanging out there too. The upper right is just, we have an I somewhere. That's literally all we have. Oh my goodness. Well, this is going to be a tricky one. The same thing with the upper left and the lower right. The only difference is there's a Y in the upper left. There's no Y in the lower right. Clove for evaluation. I like that. Now, here's the deal, right? So here's the deal. If we do this, if we do another evaluation, we have to get them all. We have no more words to play with. But getting the CLVE is great because, just at saying click, that evaluation will break that open. So clove gets us a lot. We're gonna need to hope for the best. I'm also seeing so clove gets a CLVE. Check gets a CHEK. So do we forego the L and the V for the H and the K? So what do we think is more interesting to evaluate? The L and the V or the H and the K? That's the question on the table. I feel like maybe the H and the K. I think it's easier to kind of visualize L possibly jumping into something. And a V is probably unlikely here. So the more I think about it, I think I like check. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with check. Fingers are going to be crossed here. Oh my God, look at this. Woof. Yikes. We didn't get much of anything here. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we have to go with the word where we have all 5 letters. GREY A in the second position. So let's focus on the upper left first before we worry about the other stuff. Yarge, Ragey? No, it's not, because the Y is not in the end. Forget what I just said. Ragey. It's not ragey. Could it be Jaeger? Yager? And it's a word. Gayer? Could be gayer. So this is maybe a 50-50 here. Oh, that's the worst, that it's a 50-50. It is a 50-50. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. How about the lower left? We have FIRE, obviously not in that sequence. Maybe we could figure something out with the lower left. I was going to say fiber, but we've looked at F and I in the first and second, so it's not that. It's not filer, because again, F and I not in the beginning. So we have to think visually like the R, E. No. I mean, R-E possibly, but what are we going to do with the F and the I? Brief. Brief. Brief looks good. I like brief a lot. I like brief a lot. I think I'm willing to commit to that. Again, we have no room for error here. But brief looks really good. So I think we can make that commitment here. Oops. I think we can make that commitment. Obviously, if we're wrong, we will lose this puzzle. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, and we are going to have to take some chances here on this one. So let's go with brief. There it is. Woo. All right. All right. The E being the fourth, again, kind of gets us a little bit further along. It is still a 50-50. We didn't get any additional insight. We got the A. We got the E locked in on the lower right. So now we have to figure out. Oh, you know what? We can work our way out of the lower right with eager. Eager on the lower right. Absolutely eager. I can't see it being anything other than eager. Rager? Oh, you found another 50-50. Alex is right. Eager and we have two 50-50s we're stuck on. He's right. Alex, you're absolutely right. Eager and Rager. Not one, but two 50-50s. Ooh, boy. That means that mathematically, we are not looking good here. I do kind of like eager more than I like Rager. I got to tell you, I like eager more than I like Rager. Again, we're going to have to gamble. We have no choice here, but we have to gamble. We haven't even thought about the upper right puzzle. I don't want to think about that one right now. That's just scary. Yeah, eager does sound more like Quordle. All right, we have to take the chance. And okay, we got lucky. Eager. Oh, but look at this. Look at what we did with eager. We broke the 50-50. We broke the 50-50 in the upper left. Oh, that was fortuitous. I didn't even realize that we actually were able to use eager to break the other 50-50. Fantastic. All right, so we're down to our last guess. We have the E and the I in the first and third position. And now we've got to figure out. Oh, I know. I think I know what it is. I think I know what the upper right is. This is what I think it is. I think it's exile. How do we feel about exile, folks? How do we feel about exile? We have not looked at the X and the L today. On this puzzle, at least, I should say. Raymond's going exile. Alex is in for exile. Are we good with exile? Because I think I want to go with exile. Good, yeah. All right, we've got a consensus here. Is it exile? There it is. Oh, we got a woo. Guess a word with 3 of the same letter. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Oh, mama. Okay, so just having mama in there got us a whatchamacallit, an achievement there. That's interesting. I didn't know that they put that in there. Huh. Interesting stuff. All right. Well, boy, we've had some Quordle adventures tonight. Let's move along. We got about 24 minutes left in the show tonight. Let's do some Octordles. And I know Kaleidoscope, we promised we'd open inner outer. So we're going to move along, and we're going to try Octordle next. And we will do a puzzle, and we'll start with inner outer and see what that gets us. Inner and outer. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do I want to look at first here? Over here, all the way on the 8th puzzle, all the way on the right, I feel like this is sweet. Alex, when we live stream again, we're doing our streams on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think we've settled in on that as a good, consistent time where the bulk of our little community is available and enjoys watching. So there you go. Grid. I'm not sure what the grid to as usual comment meant. I don't quite know on that one. Try upper lower next. Oh yeah, we could do upper. We'll do upper lower. Sure, absolutely not. Yeah, I kind of like sweet here. No, okay, not sweet, but we evaluated the S and we know that there's something here. UITE. What would it be if not sweet? What would make sense there? Is there another one that I'm missing? Yeah, I know these when we start getting, we're all having fun with this, and the time just flies by, doesn't it? Opposite starters, I do like that. Upper lower, yeah, we'll do an upper lower after this. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to decide whether I want to do an evaluation or if I want to try work one of these other ones out. We have a bunch of important letters that we haven't looked at yet. I feel like I want to do one more evaluation word. I will tell you that what comes immediately to mind here is either clamp or champ. Oh, quite. You're right. Quite. It has to be quite, right? We might as well take it. We might as well take it off the board. Yeah, it has to be quite. No more cues, but at least we got that one taken care of. I'm gonna go with clamp because we do need one more evaluation word, I think, and this will get pretty much everything that I really want to get right away. Okay, so first puzzle, we have spoil. That's kind of a no-brainer. Second puzzle we'll come back to. We just have two letters. We have S in the third puzzle, and then we have some combination of U and T. I think T has to be I think it's got to be STU something. I was going to say stuck or stunk, but we've done the C in the end, so we'll come back to that one. We have L, M, and O alongside the E in the fourth spot. Witty for the second grid. Witty looks good. Yeah, we do have a double T here. I think you're absolutely right on witty. No, itty. Itty. So it could be bitty, it could be kitty. So we got a 50-50 there, unfortunately. Okay. All right, we'll come back to it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's our problem. We have 6 guesses left, so we no longer have the luxury of playing around here with anything. But here we have snarl spelled itself out, so at least we have that. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a quandary here. I still think that third grid is STU something. What do we got here? Seventh snuff. Yeah, well, we have not looked at the F. And I do like the idea that the U probably has to be in the third spot. Sixth is snarl. Snuck. No, we evaluated the C. It's not snuck. So snuff is probably going to be it. I think everyone's in agreement on snuff. So we are going to have to roll the dice here. But I think it's a pretty safe bet. There it is, snuff. And that gets us stuff in the third. Okay. Have we gotten any really good intel? So we have 1, 2, 3 puzzles left. I feel like I want to look at the fifth grid here. A W and a T in the fourth position. Oh, you know what is in the fifth one? Look at this. I think it's waltz. I think it's waltz in the fifth position. Super tricky there, but I can't see it not being waltz. Waltz, but it's probably wrong. I mean, I just don't see there being any other. I don't see well, we know the L has to be in the third spot because we've ruled out the second and the fifth. So we have WLT, and it's WALT something. It has to be waltz. There it is. Okay, it's waltz. I went ahead and just hit the button on that one. Okay, so now we get L and E in the third and fourth. So we have to figure out positioning the M and the O. Oh, boy, you know what's interesting here? No, Molex is a proper noun. It's not going to be a word we could use. Okay. So I think we got to go with the fourth before we take the 50-50. Molen. We evaluated the N. It won't be Molen. But you know what it could be? How about golem? It could be golem. Mold. I don't know that it's going to accept MOLED. Oh, it will. Oh my God, another 50-50. So we have mold or we have golem. Are possibilities here. So we have two. Once again, we're stuck in a spot where we have two 50-50s. Now we get very lucky on that last Quordle. So what do we think? Golem versus mold. MOLED. I'm going to vote for golem here. It could be kitty or it could be biddy. So there's a 50-50 tiger. I think I like golem too. I got kaleidoscope got me one over. Is one over to my golem. I think we're gonna go with golem. I think we're gonna take the shot. There it is, golem. Okay. So now we have it's either biddy or kitty. So we have a 50-50 here. I feel like kitty is the most likely. I don't know. I don't think it's titty. I don't think that it's going to be titty. I think it's going to be biddy or kitty. Although if it was, we'll all have a good laugh. Yeah, I think I got to go with kitty. I think we're all pretty much got to go with kitty. Diddy. Oh, jeez. We all missed that one. No one had Diddy. We had Biddy, Kitty, Diddy, but no one had Diddy. Wow. That one got every single one of us. Well, I mean, it's okay. I'm okay with that. Sometimes these things happen. Diddy. Well, there you go. There's our word of the night that did us in is Diddy. So, okay. What was the other opposites one besides inner and outer that we were going to do? Hold on, I got to scroll up here. There's inner and outer, and there was one other combination. I'm trying to find it here. What was the other two-word combination? Can someone refresh my memory? Upper, lower. Thank you. Upper, lower. Let's try upper, lower, and it might be our final puzzle tonight. Upper and lower. Upper and lower. Okay, doesn't get us too much. So it's kind of like a tricky one. Might even go so far as to say a hard challenge. How about I'm gonna take the wheel here for a second, and let's try the word think. Did that get me anything? Not as much as I wanted. Not as much as I wanted. Let's see. Thick for a vowel? Yeah, we were close. Think versus thick. WAQFS for evaluate? I do like the way you think. I mean, we could. So that would get us... No, wait a minute. No, we already did... No, here's the thing, though. That only gets us ASF. I want to get at least 4 letters. If we're going to do one more evaluation. So, like, something like scary at least gets me SCAY. As much as we love fudgy for eval... You are correct, Raymond, but I really think we've got to get the A. We've really got to get the A, and scary gets us the A and the Y. Saucy is another good choice, but it will only get us... Well, it takes the... So it's the D versus the C, right? No, actually, you know what, Tiger, you're right. I like saucy better. Let's do saucy. All right, let's see where we have landed here before we do anything else. We have a solve. The 8th puzzle, we have crony. So we could take crony. We have... What do we want to do next? We have I'm pretty confident that we have hence in the 3rd spot. I feel very confident that the 3rd spot is hence. No, oh no. Oh, and that gets us bench. It's got to be bench. I don't think there's a 50-50 here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have room to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. All right, let's check to see if anything else got spelled out first. Oh, here we go. We've got, recur perhaps here. Almost certainly bench. Recur on the 4th spot. I think everyone loves bench, right? All right, I guess we have to go for it. We can't afford to be wrong, but I can't believe it's not right. There it is, bench. Okay, we got bench. And the good news is that got us some help here. Here we have BLIP. So blimp is again, we don't have the M looked at. I feel super overwhelmingly confident in blimp. There it is. Okay. So that helped. We have over on the 6th puzzle, it looks like we have all of the letters. We have imply. So imply is definitely the answer over here. Okay. All right, so we have half of them done. Moving over to the 2nd puzzle, I feel like do we have all the letters here on the 2nd one? MIRTE. So we do have all the, so merit. Distant, got to go to dinner. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Hope to see you again next week, my friend. Take care. Take care. Merit is almost certainly going to be the 2nd puzzle. Oh! Ooh. Oh, remit. We had a 50-50. We had a 50-50. I didn't see that. We got stung by the 50-50. All right, well, we're playing for pride now. We got bit by another gosh darn 50-50. Okay. All right. What do we think here? Doe for 7. Yeah, I like Doe. I like Raymond's suggestion. He's right. Doe for 7. We have 1, 2, 3 left here. We only have 2 guesses, but we know this is remit. So let's see if we can get the first and the fourth ones worked out, right? We know here on the fourth puzzle that the U has to be in the 4th spot. It's definitely not going to be in the 1st spot. So we have E. So we have ECUR. So it has to be recur. We know it's ECUR, process of elimination. There's no other letter that makes sense. It has to be recur. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So then finally, the first one, so we have B something something L something, and we know we need to fit a U. We have the U, the G, and the E. So okay, bugle. Oh, bugle. One more can't end on a loss. All right, let's get bugle. Okay, so we had one 50-50 that we lost for remit. You know what? I'm with Tiger. One more for the road. One more. We can't. You're right. We can't end on a loss. We can't end on a loss. One more for the road. So close on that one, and yeah. All right. Who's got an opener for me? No more inner outer, upper downer, higher lower. give me a 2-word combo opener. Someone from the audience. Frame wood. Okay, frame and wood. Let's do frame and wood. Let's get ourselves a W to go out with. Okay, so here on the 7th puzzle right away, we have FLA something E. So flake. Is there anything other than flake it's going to be? Flame? No, it's not flame because we did the M. Okay, I don't think we have any 50-50s here. It's almost certainly got to be flake, right? Yeah, flake. There it is. Okay, we got one down. Let's see. Let's look around here. Do we have any good opportunities here? I think we probably want to do one more eval. We have the I to look at. We have, sight is perfect. 5 unique letters, and I think that's going to probably crack this thing open. Okay, so sight gets me, on the 2nd puzzle, we have the I in the 2nd, E in the 5th. We have either an L or a G in the open spot. Royal for 3. Yeah, I like royal. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. There it is. There's royal. So here, again, I think we've got. So I think we've got IL. So GIL something E or ILGE on that 2nd one. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 2 guesses to work with if we want to do a little more evaluation. We don't have the N evaluated. We could do bunch. It gets me B, N, and C evaluated. I feel like I want one more evaluation word. I want to get the B, N, and C looked at. So I could do bunch. It gets me U intel on the 5th puzzle. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to do one evaluation word here. Glide? No, because the I has to be on here. The I has to be in the third spot for glide. So I don't see any glide anywhere, and it wouldn't fit in the first either. So I'm gonna do bunch to get some evaluation done. Okay, so that gets me. B-I-E. So B-I-L-G-E. It spelled it out. That's the word, B-I-L-G-E. By process of elimination. Okay. I'm not even sure what B-I-L-G-E means, but we'll take it. Okay, we have broil here. Yeah, I think Bunch may have broken this one open for us. Broil. Liege. I love liege in the first one. No, liege can't be in the first one, Pete, because we looked at the G. Village. Pump for boating. Ah, got it. Thank you. Thank you for the definition on that one. Thank you. It's kind of wide open. We have 4 puzzles left to do. And we've got some uncommon letters hanging out. But, my goodness. I don't think there's any... Interesting. S on the 6th puzzle, it starts with an S, ends with an L. All we know is there's an E and an I in there. The I has to be in the middle position by process of elimination. So we have that. Spiel. Over here. It's got to be spiel. There it is. And we got the spiel. Now, that also gave us... That was clutch because it put the P in the first and the 5th. It gave us P involved in both of these. Look at this. Look at this, guys. On this first one, this was a tricky one. Pixel. It's Pixel. Look at that. Wow. So we're down to 2 puzzles. We have the 5th and the 8th. And on the 5th, I would have liked Pulse, except for the fact that there's no E. And we know the L. Actually, I take that back. We know the L. The L has to be in the first spot because it's ruled out of all the other spots. Oh, so you know what? Here we have that. We know we have a P and an S. Oh, so it's got to be lupus, right? Yeah, it was lupus. Okay. So now here's where we're at. We have okay, and I think I've got the last one. And I'll give you the clue to what I think is going on with this. We got A, Y, and N. I think those are the only letters in the word. I think it just uses the letters N, A, and Y to make the word. And we know that the N is in the middle. Nanny. Yeah, Tiger got it. Nanny. I'm pretty confident that the answer is nanny. There it is. And we go out on it with a W with a guess to spare. Very good. Very good stuff. Well, folks, time flies when you're having fun, as they say. And here we are. We're at the end of our show for tonight. Couple things. First and foremost, thank you to everyone for coming out and hanging out. A lot of fun. Thank you, all you guys participating. calling out guesses. I think everybody got at least one tonight. So good teamwork here. I'm looking for suggestions on what to play in future streams. I like doing some Quordles and some Octordles, traditional Wordles. What you could do is leave comments either in the chat or in this becomes a video on demand. You can leave comments if at a later point you have some word games that you want us to try. We're more than happy to do that. A couple quick notes before I sign off tonight that I think you'll be interested to know that are important. Again, going on vacation next week, but I'm bringing the camera and I'm bringing the computer, and I'm going to continue to Wordle and Quordle all next week while I'm on vacation. So it's going to be fun. We're going to continue to do that. And I anticipate being able to do a From Vacation live stream next Wednesday. 2 weeks from, I believe, looking at my calendar, 2 weeks from tonight, the 27th, is an interesting occasion I just want to mention. Pete, thanks for coming by. The 27th will mark the 100th episode of the Daily Wordle show that we do on this channel, our 100th episode. And I intend on having a very special episode of the Daily Wordle on that day, on the 27th, to celebrate the 100th episode, and a special party stream 2 weeks from tonight. So if you like cake and you like party favors and fun, you will definitely want to tune in. Circle it on your calendar. If anyone circles on the calendar, I love you. 2 weeks from tonight, the 100th episode celebration of my YouTube Daily Wordle stuff. It's going to be super cool. Thank you once again for everyone. I love hanging out with you guys. We have fun every week. We'll be back again next Wednesday, right here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you then. Good night, everyone.